Take it, lemonade talk. You know what we bout. Hosted by Gun and Gal. Hey, sweet tea and take it, lemonade talk. You know what we bout. Hosted by Gun and Gal. I heard everything's sweeter in the South. Ain't no mistake. Keep it real and authentic. Come and join the conversation. Talking about relationships. Have some fun. I know you wanna. Hanging with some Southern Bells. Mix it with some Arthur Palmer. Sweet tea and lemonade talk.
Hey, sweet tea and lemonade talk. Girl, we finally made it back. Y'all, let me tell you something. We had to have a hiatus because I, as the guh on here, I dealt with situational depression. My co-host as the gal, she was going through COVID. We were going through
COVID almost took me out.
Child. That Omicron, did you have Omicron or Delta?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie.
It was bad. It was bad. So we did our first podcast and then we weren't able to do anything. So we are back and we're glad that you are on here with us because we got some good stuff to talk about tonight.
The juice, baby, the juice.
Yes. You know, I'm gonna be a little mixture. Y'all know I'm always a mixture. So I'm gonna be a little mixture with mine. I got this Arthur Palmer going on, but baby. So Shayna, let's get this thing started. Now, so y'all, let me let you know first. We had topics planned for this week already, but after Sunday's issue with Will, Jada, and Chris, we had to put those topics back into our little hat. And we had to come on this right here because we need to talk about this. And we need
that was too juicy to pass up, man. We couldn't pass that up.
Could not pass it up and still getting the chance always. All right, so let's get this thing going. So Shayna, are you able to play the video of the altercation? Like, because maybe some people haven't heard about it. I don't know how they haven't, but maybe they haven't heard about what's going on.
Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Nick, name out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was greatest night in the history of television. Okay. So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out for best documentary.
So let me just try to let me try to tell the story. So on Sunday night, Chris Rock was on stage and he told a joke and he was trying to be funny, but in the joke he joked around about Will Smith's wife, which is Jada Pinkett Smith, and he said something to the nature of she was going to be in the next G.I. Jane. And the reason that he said that is because her hair, she's wearing it really, really super duper low. And the reason she's wearing it low is because she has alopecia. Yeah. And if you don't know what alopecia is it's the hair loss.
Yeah.
You know.
And I take it that she was having some insecurities with that. So that's what made it such a sensitive subject. But do you honestly think he was trying to be malicious with his comment?
I really don't think he was. And I don't think Will took it as him being malicious either, because initially he laughed.
He did.
He laughed.
In that clip, he laughed. I wish it would
Mhm.
let me show it because it shows him laughing until
Yep.
Jada gave him them eyes like, this ain't what you supposed to be laughing at, you know?
And when he saw that, and possibly Jada's eyes may have teared up, we just couldn't see it. He ran up to that stage and
Yeah.
it was all she wrote. Then he went back to his seat, said, what did he say? Keep my wife name out your mouth.
And
Y'all,
then
we never
Chris
seen
said,
it.
wow, dude. He said, yes. And then he gave more emphasis. And I mean, I get it. You know, they've been going through a lot. It's been a lot with their little family the past few years. And it's just, it was just a snowball. And then the avalanche, just, it was bad.
Okay, so after everything was over, of course, Will got an award for his movie for King Richard. I ain't seen it yet. I heard it was good, but he got an award for it. He apologized to the Academy, but he did not apologize to Chris in that. And
but let me tell you what I think about that, though.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't feel in that moment. He didn't feel sorry for what he did to Chris in that moment. So like, I'm always I'm not going to apologize for something that I don't feel like I was wrong for. And I'm pretty sure once he sat down and it started registering and all of his colleagues started coming in, all right, I'm going to have to put something out there because my career is on the line at this point, you know?
Maybe that, or because I didn't see the acceptance speech. Did he have a speech already written out?
I didn't see, he had nothing in hand unless it was on the teleprompter. I don't know. But there was nothing in hand.
It was really good. And he talked about how he defended the women that were on set with him, some of the actresses that were on set with him. So he may have been in that mode of, I have to be this tough man and I have to defend all women. So he's giving that speech to say he defended those women. Of course he has to defend his wife. Now, I don't know if that was the right time to defend his wife or if that was the right place.
D. Shannon said, we know all about it. LOL.
I knew you had to know, because it's like, you got to be under a rock to not hear about this. My daughter, she's in junior high and she knows about it.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you got to know what's going on.
D. Shannon said, Will trash can was full, honey, with their drama, and Chris just tipped it over. You right, D. Shannon. You are definitely right.
But now, Shannon, so are you thinking that the trash can could have possibly been full from what they experienced back in 2016 from Chris, or what they experienced in 2020 from August? So let me talk about what they experienced in 2016 from Chris. During his opening monologue in 2016, Chris Rock said, Jada got mad, said she's not coming. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Gosh, Chris's verbiage is
yes. Yeah, you vulgar.
Man.
So back then, you didn't call his wife's name. And again, you call his wife's name on stage. Right. Now in 2020, we all heard about the infamous entanglement.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So with this entanglement now, because Shana, you read the timeline. What you said happened, I think the affair started in what, 2015 with August
2015, Alsina? It started with August Alsina. And then in 18, they actually kind of went public, so to speak, because her and Will were in a dark space, she claims. So I'm guessing this is the time that August was kind of living with them, because remember, he was battling with some mental and emotional stuff. So they had kind of taken him in.
Oh, girl, wait a minute. Let me tell you something. I didn't know he lived with them.
Yeah, there was a period
I knew she was doing counseling with him. I didn't know he was over in the next bedroom.
Man.
Girl, what's that song? Cheating in the next room? What's my man name? Saying that? Like, oh, Jada, you bold.
And then that's where the comment from, remember when he said Will had given him his blessing. Yeah, for them to have a physical relationship. So then I guess when Will and Jada was trying to put it back together, August felt away. So then that's when he came out with his statement. Like, I gave a lot into that relationship.
Oh.
And this is what I got.
You say, shut baby. What y'all be
Share,
saying?
baby. Share, baby.
Yeah. Bless his heart.
Share, baby.
Hard.
Yeah.
But now Jada recanted that and said that Will did not say that.
He did.
She came out and admitted to it in July of 2020 on her Red Table Talk with Will sitting there. And all of us saw the tears in Will's eyes. Will became a meme.
He did.
He became a meme. So our Fresh Prince, our parents don't understand, became a meme. So possibly, like Shannon said, that trash can ran over because not only you thinking about the Oscars from the 2016, you thinking about the cheating in the next room with August Alsina, who done did songs
about your situation.
About this. Yeah, so like, okay, I ain't slap August. I'm gonna run up here and I'm gonna slap Chris. But hey, let me tell my position on this right here, and maybe I shouldn't because I don't want to influence anybody. But I can't see if people are on here for anyone to say they want to get on. My technology is just crap today.
Shannon, you right, girl. They have way too many people in their business.
They got all us in it. They got all us in it now. Mm-hmm.
She said Jada is always discussing Will on Red Table. And just recently she made the statement that she never felt love. Girl, that man love you. She just not it ain't no Pac kind of love, I guess, because she had a little situation with Pac as well. Mm-hmm. But that man love her. I don't know why she feel like that.
She better not be feeling like that now, because she done ruined our man. She done ruined that career. Will gonna have to do everything behind the scenes now. You know, like he just gonna have to keep being TikTok famous. Cause he might be over there in the corner with Monique, like blackball. Like, we don't want him to do that. And then
put him in timeout.
They're talking about arresting him, right?
Yeah, I just received a news update from CNN, and they were saying that like the police is still trying to persuade Chris to press charges. And not to mention him possibly losing his Oscars. I'm like, all right, now was it worth all of that? Like, he could have done it in a different way.
I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't got no homo in me, but Jada got all these men going crazy. I want to see what you got between your eyes, girl. Because girl, Pop going crazy. You done had August going crazy. Now you got Will to mess up his whole career. He done got an Oscar. And we're not even talking about an Oscar. We're not even talking about the fact that the Oscars was produced by our people.
Right. Right.
We're not talking about the fact that our girl, our Beyonce, came back for the first time to the Oscars and she opens up. We ain't talking about none of that. All we talking about is this slap. That's it.
I remember nothing else but the slap about the Oscars. Nothing else but the slap.
And I remember the pretty girl that was in the background. I forgot her name. She's an actress. I remember her facial expression. She has become a meme as well.
Really? Girl, we're gonna have to find that one.
Yes, she has become a meme. So after the Oscars, after he did his speech, he got his stuff. They said that Chris went to one event, Will went to another event. They made sure that they stayed apart. No apologies was made. Right. But Will did apologize on Monday, the 28th. And he said, I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in the world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. Now that was beautiful to me.
It was.
It really was. But people are tearing him down for not apologizing on Sunday. Like, can we offer this man some grace? Because he done been through a lot.
Yeah. But I'm still a firm believer of, you got to be careful about reacting on emotion. Because a lot of times when you react to stuff while you're in the moment and in your emotions, you're not thinking logically. He didn't think in that moment, me going up on the stage and slapping him could cost me my whole career. He wasn't thinking about that. He was just thinking about showing I'm a man because everybody else had done punked him when it came to Jada and all of her situations. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He was trying to reclaim his manhood. That's all he was trying to do. Was just not the right timing, Will. Not the right timing.
But now another thing that I also thought about, because I have hair, you have hair, lots of females have hair, and we like to say I am not my hair. But it takes you a while to really get to that, to say I'm not my hair. Because when your hair starts to fall out, you start to say, oh my God, what's going on? Hell, when we start getting gray hairs, I got a gray right here. We start to say,
yourself, sister, I want the gray hair. Speak for yourself.
I ain't want it yet. I ain't ready. I ain't about that life. I ain't ready. I'm not ready at all. I pray for wisdom, and I know gray hair represents wisdom, but I ain't ready. But we don't know how many tears Will has had to wipe from Jada's eyes, or how many times he's had to rub her head and say, baby, you still beautiful.
Right.
So it's possible it might not even been about his manhood. It might have been about, he looks at his wife, he sees this look on her face, she has these tears, and he runs and says, oh no, you're not going to do that, because I done had to reassure her too much.
Right.
Could it have possibly been that?
It could have been. But once again, reacting in the height of an emotion. Because those of y'all who know my husband, I could see Ronnie doing some stuff like that if I'm sitting there booted up. But I guess me being me, I would be like, babe, if I saw him stand up, we're going to deal with this another time, another place. There's a time and a place for everything.
Jada ain't trying to stop him at all.
No, she kind of smirked and like it was, it was something she wanted.
She even laughed when Chris said, oh, he just came and slapped the ass out of me. Jada, at that point, you supposed to say, baby, you about to take money out of our household.
Right, yeah. So now she gonna have to work extra hard if people even want to deal with her, because they'll probably start seeing something in her that we don't want to have nothing to do with her either. Sip that tea on that, girl.
Girl, I got to sip it. Now, because that ain't deep what you're saying now.
Yeah, this Shannon, you're right. Plenty of us do have a lot of insecurities. I know, girl, shoot, people don't think that. I've always been a thick girl. I don't like to walk around being a thick girl, but guess what? I wear it, I own it, and it's me. You have to learn to be comfortable in your skin. That's what God gave her. You know what I'm saying? And then, Auntie, you're right. Will said, oh, I don't condone violence, but then you react in violence. But what are you saying? Make it make sense. His words and his actions.
Because we want to know. The people want to know. Make it make sense.
That give us some clarity.
Why did you do what you did, Will? We want to know, why did you do it? Did you really do it to defend Jada? Did you really do it because you done sat and watched her cry for so many times? Or did you really do it because you wanted to get your balls back? I don't know who Connie Thomas was. I'm sorry. Was that one of your people?
Yes, that's my girl.
She left?
I don't know.
Come back, Connie. Come back. we were going to open you up. Come back. I don't know, but I want to know. So everybody is looking to see, okay, what is Jada going to say? And all Jada posted was, on Tuesday, March 29th, she posted on IG, this is a season for healing and I'm here for it.
Girl, bye. Just bye.
Nothing else.
Yeah, just bye. I can't with her.
Nothing else. Hey Shayla, send me the streaming link.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's the one I need. That's all she said. She did not say anything like, y'all know I'm sensitive about this. I got alopecia and I'm sensitive about like how everybody said. All you said is this is a season for healing and I'm here for it. And here it is, your husband about to be locked up.
Lose his Oscars and everything, baby.
Yep.
Was it worth it? Because you wanted to. Let's see. Here you go.
I understand what he did. I just feel like he should have done like how the kids used to do at school and say at 3:00. Get
you outside.
Yeah, got you outside. You know, or I got you back behind stage. Don't do it when you did it like that, because
right.
You about to take
too much to lose. Too much to lose.
But I don't think he should.
Yes, Erica. I saw when the son said that's how we do it. Like Jaden. Come on now. Stay in your lane.
What happened now?
Jaden, their son, posted on, I forgot which social media platform it was on, but he said, and that's how we do it. And I'm like, boy, stay in your place, because then now you're gonna open up a whole nother can of worms. People start going back and forth at it with him. It's just they just need to stop with the posting on the Facebook, the social media. Just let it go. Okay. I didn't send you that one, Eric. I thought I sent it to you.
No, I am taken aback by that, because son, you're supposed to have more sense than that too. Like, your daddy was in the moment defending your mama. Y'all had time to think about this. You should have thought about that post before you posted that.
Right. And Alicia, I get it. I get what you're saying. She's like grown woman talk. I've had this discussion and I agree with y'all. Jada should have stopped Will. But Denzel did give a good point, and he did. The devil got you. He will get you at your highest point.
Yeah.
Yep. Shannon said, yes, Erica, that's exactly it. Your daddy lost control like a child. He had no self-control in that situation at all. None. Absolutely none.
Oh my God, I wish I could see the comments.
I got them for you though. Keep on going, girl. I got you.
Yeah, I wish I could see them. Yeah, I'm gonna figure this thing here out. Okay, so everybody wanted to see what was Chris gonna say. Chris kind of stayed in the shadows. He finally came out on Wednesday, March the 30th at his comedy show, because he has a tour going on. And his comedy show was at the Wilbur Theater in Boston.
Right.
And he said, Boston, Massachusetts. He said, "What's up, Boston? How was your weekend? I'm still processing what happened." That's it. But even in him processing what happened, he is firm, saying that he does not want to press charges against Will. But I think the Academy now wants to make an example out of him, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Academy is trying to push something, but I mean, I don't think they should take away his Oscar, because I mean, the man did the work to deserve that. But I think some corrective disciplinary action should be in place. I just don't know what, but I don't think they should take away his accolades when it comes to his role in the movie and why he was awarded an Oscar. I mean, he worked for it.
He worked for it, and he worked for it during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I heard, how do you say her name? Anjanae Ellis. I think her name is Anjanae Ellis. I heard her on The Breakfast Club, and she said that shooting was only supposed to take 3 months. It took a year because of the COVID protocols, and they had to shoot, and they had to stop, and they had to start back. So it was a lot that they went through, and he's about to lose all of that.
Yeah.
About to lose all of that. But I think the public scrutiny is enough punishment for him, because Will has been going through it. He really has been going through it. And I just feel like people need to be offered grace. And, because we all make mistakes. What's the saying? We're all humans, right, having a spiritual experience. Did I say that right? Girl, let me think what Donnie Lawrence says. Somebody help me out with that. I think it says we're all humans having a spiritual experience?
Who said that?
Or is it we're all spiritual having a human experience? It's one of those. Donnie Lawrence, he sung that in one of his songs.
Oh, okay.
It is a saying as well. Basically, it's just saying we all humans and we make mistakes.
Really, Ronnie, he was talking when he should have been listening. Really?
Who was talking when they shouldn't have been listening?
I guess Chris was talking when he should have been listening. That's what you're referring to, Mr. Houston?
Man, I wish I could see these comments. Come on Facebook and let me log on here.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to come up.
Everyone, I am on a live. Don't call me, don't text me right now. Okay. I'm gonna get back to you.
That's a bad one. That is that was, yeah, that could damage him. I'm a Will Smith fan too, but this wasn't a good look for him. So now let me ask some of the women in that's on the live. Would you expect your significant other to do what Will did for Jada for you? Or how would you have guided him into doing something or protecting you in a different way?
And ladies, if you want to jump in this Zoom room with us and actually physically talk, we will send you the link. You are welcome to do that.
Yeah,
more for you to come in here.
We do have the option to add.
Hey, okay, Levi is on here. So we got some testosterone about to join.
All right.
Finally, we got some testosterone. Why am I frozen? Do I look frozen to you, Shayna?
You don't look frozen to me. Netta, you're right. We're forgiven, but it'll take some time. Yeah, because I mean, that was a big public embarrassment. You could even tell as Chris was trying to go on with presenting the award, he was stumbling over his words. He was trying to pull it together. I will say he was very professional though, because I probably, if I'd have got slapped like that, we'd have probably just been fighting on the stage. I ain't gonna even lie. They'd have had to completely shut the live broadcast down because you wouldn't finna just slap me in the face. But he handled it very well. You know, he handled it very well. Unlike Will. Darcel said Chris is a bigger man than me. Yeah, I'm sure a bigger man than a lot of people.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah, he was very professional. Chris was very professional. Even when he put out his apology was, you know, as a comedian, there was lines you shouldn't cross. He went into detail, and then he referred to Jada and Will as his friends. So I kind of feel
actually saw pictures of them together. Like,
yeah, he was thinking about that coin, girl. He was thinking about that coin. It's like, I ain't gonna make myself lose my little change behind this.
It could be that, and he could also understand that Will is under a lot of pressure dealing with all that he's dealing with. I don't want to put the blame on Jada. I'm trying to not put the blame on Jada.
Girl, you know that's a big part of the problem.
Yeah.
Are we having some testosterone come on in and talk to us?
I think he got back off. Yeah, I don't know why everybody's getting on and getting off. Like, are y'all scared to talk?
You sure you want to come on in so we can hear your voice on the Zoom?
Because y'all, we went through a lot of trouble to get this Zoom together.
Lord, did we? Jesus Christ.
But we want to hear the open dialogue, you know.
That would be nice. Nobody, somebody, anybody.
Okay, so I want to ask the men. What would you have done? Did you ask the women?
I asked them.
So let me hear from the men. What would you have done in this situation? Remember now, you are dealing with a woman who is delicate. Yes, we're delicate. We may act hard, but we weren't put on the earth to be hard. We're delicate. You're dealing with a woman who is delicate, who may be suffering with some self-esteem issues now because of the hair loss. And let's not forget, because I did read what she said, being in a world like Hollywood back in the day, she had to keep her hair in a European look. So now that she's able to embrace her natural hair, she can't embrace the natural hair because it has fallen out.
Yeah.
So Will has rubbed her back several times throughout the process. So think, man, if that were you in that situation and you turn to your left and you see your wife, your significant other, whatever you want to call her, you see her upset, visibly upset, and she may have tears in her eyes. How would you have handled that? What would you have done in that situation? Hi, DeShannon. Thank you for coming on in here.
Hello, lady.
Hey, girl. Hey.
And guys who are listening. Look, I don't know how many times I have to say it, okay? Will trash can was full, okay? Jada been all over the red table talking about Will. Every time you turn around, she making a joke about how she never felt love. And Will is just silent, looking like this guy with no backbone, this man with no type of bones in his body. That's how she's been making him look. So at the end of the day, when this happened, we all see, yes, he laughed at first. It was innocent joke. You know, it was a joke. They joke all the time at the Oscars. Will then made jokes. You know, she chuckled, but then, yeah, she did that little look. And then I guess Will, I think he thought that was like a moment of redemption, or basically his trash can was full. We don't know what happened in that limo ride. We don't know what happened. What did they go through on the way to the Oscars? That's what I want to know. That Will had to react that way. If that was a woman who was about her coins and, you know, basically the protection of her man, she wouldn't even tell him to go do that. That's something you do in the parking lot. That's not something that we do at the Oscars.
Yeah, not at the Oscars.
That's not cool. That was all.
Y'all know, Grandma would be mad about that. You getting up there on stage, you embarrassing the family.
You embarrassing. You also embarrassing the culture. Yes, you know how hard it took for us, for our culture to get there. You know, it took us a long time to get there, to be getting Oscar. So at the end of the day, yeah, we love him. We're gonna give him grace. But if I had to team up with somebody, I don't even know who team to be on, because the man trash can was full. Yeah. Just like the man in trash.
You're right. The laugh, I said that. The laugh was a coping mechanism. Like, okay, I'm gonna let this roll off my back. But when he looked over and he looked at her face, it was like, and he just smoothly got up, past the slap, popped his little jacket and sat back down like nothing happened. I was like
nothing happened. Like nothing happened.
What is this?
Nah, and you wouldn't even knew that it wasn't a part of the show until he really lost character. So what made him do a part 2? Like, what really made him, you know, get that hard to keep on, to start cursing and doing all that? Wouldn't y'all agree? Like, if he would have just slapped him and kept it moving, it would have been the inside thing that they would have dealt with later. But throwing the F-bomb, now you had to think about that one. Twice, my boy.
Twice. Can I say twice, my boy? Okay, Ronnie said, first of all, that is your wife. If you do not do something, how could you look her in the eyes after that? He said, maybe not slap her, but I would have took the mic and put everybody on notice. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Y'all, I'm giving Will grace. I am. I ain't saying I'm team Will, but I'm giving him grace, because I know what it's like to have that public scrutiny. And I ain't even famous, but so many times I done had to turn my head against things that I've heard that somebody else has done, and it affected me.
Right.
but I will say, Will, you was wrong as hell for doing it when you did it. Nah, you should have met him backstage, met him in the parking lot, jumped inside his limo, and commenced to whoop ass like Tina did Ike in the limo. You know, but
he was gonna have an Ike and Tina moment.
Yeah. On the stage,
how would you have expected your husband to handle that?
My real husband?
Yes, your real husband.
Oh, my real husband.
Oh my God, wait, you got a real one and a fake one.
Yeah, my husband. Oh, we talking about Will. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, Will is her husband too. I got you. What would you have told Will to do?
Okay, well, with Will, if he would have known me, he would have known that nothing comes in the front of our bag. At the end of the day, words can be said all day long, but he would have known that the strength that I carry, that's just another word, baby. And that wouldn't have moved me. Right. So for me, I'm on your team. I'm giving Will grace, but only because Will was hurt. Okay. Will, I'm sticking with the trash can. The trash can was tipping over. Okay. And I'm giving him some grace, because Will has been through a lot the past years, defending himself at the red table, crying while she chuckling, trying to stop herself from laughing. Come on, we all forgot about all that.
No,
right. We ain't forgot about that entanglement thing. We ain't forgot about that.
And Darcel said, after the entanglement, I would have been laughing at her. I wouldn't have done Chris anything. So you'd have just let him pop off, and then that'd have been that, right? That's what you're saying, Darcel?
So are you saying, Darcel, that it should have been that was the get back for her embarrassing Will at the red table?
Entanglement.
Yeah, I mean, that was a whole word we all had to like. Okay.
And she recently embarrassed him. Let's not forget about that. So it's either his trash can was full, or we all know Will was just on that show, basically checking off his bucket list, and maybe one of his checks was to slap the ass out of somebody. I don't know what.
Murphy, what you mean? Are y'all serious? What are you referring to?
So wait a minute. Am I mixing stories up? Did they say something to the nature of like Will was kind of not blessed down there?
I don't recall hearing that.
Okay, let me take that back. Let me snatch that back.
Yeah,
I didn't made that up.
Yeah, let me snatch it back. I might have heard that by
somebody. He got enough going on, host. He got enough going on. Don't do him that.
Yeah, I agree, Nikki. She should have stepped in and calmed him down. But listen, he got up so smooth. You wouldn't have thought he was going to slap the man, honestly.
But he was Murphy. It was her look that caused him to get in that uproar. I think she probably gave him that look like, you gonna be sleeping in the next room where August used to be. If you don't get up there and do something.
No, you didn't. Murphy, because what? What do you?
Lord, let me
Murphy said how in the H because we're saying, because he said, how in the H y'all give Will grace? I mean, Will is human.
Who said that?
Will doesn't usually act out like that. So that's how we know it was a total of everything that he had been through that caused him to react that way. That's all. We're not saying he was right for slapping Chris Rock on national TV live. But what we're saying is it's out of the ordinary for him. So like people go through stuff. I'm pretty sure you've done and said some things at some point that, you could have done differently, and you want people to give you grace and forgive you. So you got to do the same thing sometimes.
Let me get on here and catch these comments, because I'm like, who you talking to on here?
That's why we got to give them some grace, because, hey, we know where we came from and where we currently coming from. So
girl,
we have
God
to.
Just delivering me.
Who gonna jump up here and say they're not gonna give him no grace? Jesus, that's not our name. Our name not Jesus on here.
It is nuts. Though you're right. You're right. You're right. But yeah, Nikki, back to what you said. Yes, I really believe she could have. I'd have been like with Ronnie. I'd have been like, babe, wait, where you going? What you doing? Sit down. Like even if because with him, I'm always on guard. I don't never know what's gonna come out of his mouth. For those of y'all who know my husband, so I'm always on guard when it comes to that. Okay, let's see. We have to stand up, Black people on both sides. Yeah, that's what we're saying. We're saying we feel sorry for Chris Rock. Because did he actually deserve a slap on national TV? No. But we understand where Will was coming from as well. Shannon, you have anything you want to chime in to Murphy's comments?
Yeah, just what you just said. We are definitely applauding Chris, and we really feel bad and horrible that Will even did that, even with our culture. We just said that with our culture coming so far, we're not happy with what he did. However, we are also not in a place where we can judge and basically not forgive. So grace is that's what grace means. Grace means forgiving somebody.
Yeah.
So we can't say that we can't forgive, because if Chris Rock can turn the other cheek, well, what the hell can we do?
You're right. Say that,
say that, sister gal. Say that.
Say that there, baby.
Okay. That's what we mean when we say we giving him grace. We giving him grace for the culture. Now I ain't saying everybody giving him grace, but I am.
Right.
Shannon's giving them grace.
Yes.
Shayna, you giving them grace?
I am.
Because it was an honest mistake that any one of us could have done.
Murphy said Will was wrong and he need his A kicked ASAP.
Who said that?
Murphy said that.
Well, go over there, Murphy, and do it. Let's everybody collect some bail money right now for Murphy.
We're gonna have to
little cash out.
But the Austin's about to send Will there.
Yeah, man. They trying to get him.
Jada better get on that red table talking and tell him she about to set up a GoFundMe or something.
Girl, she gonna need to do something because this ain't no good look. Well,
I ain't quite sure I would give. I don't know where I stand with Jada right now. I don't know.
I'm tired of Jada. His exhausted me.
Yeah,
I said the same thing. Like, we tired of her.
Yeah, very. I do feel sorry for what she's going through as a woman. But Jada, you're a bit much.
Yeah, she did too much. Murphy said, "You right, girl. You right. You so right. But he can get that grace after that A kicking." Murphy, Shannon, get Murphy right, please.
But maybe the slap wasn't even hard.
That was a hard.
Because Chris did say he slapped out of me.
Yeah, Darcel, Karma is a mug. I tell you that.
But who gonna get the karma? Jada, Will, Chris? All of them wrong in this situation a little bit. Now, Chris.
That's a good question. Who the karma gonna come back to, if any, at this point?
Chris not getting no karma. At the end of the day, Chris was hosting the show. Everybody on the Oscars and the MTV Awards and every award out there has a few jokes. Now, was his joke a little too far? Yes, it was. Okay, let's just say it. It was a little bit too far. However, it was a joke. I mean, what do we teach our kids all the time? Like, somebody can tell you if you believe it, that's when it's a problem. You get a reaction when you believe what the person say. But at the end do you believe you look like G.I. Jane? I mean, because you was looking, she was slaying that car.
She sure was, baby, because I was like,
it was fierce now. That she was. Yeah, I would have taken that and I would have told him, hey, y'all want me to be the next G.I. Jane?
Bring on that coin. That'd have been an opportunity for the coin, baby. The coin.
Yes, I'd have been saying, Chris, from your lips to God's ears. Come on, somebody write this. And Will's a producer.
Right.
Will, you about to write this next script?
Yeah. Okay, let's
I don't know. I'm still maybe
Marcel said the karma is coming to Jada. It's already started. Yeah, for her entanglement, Darcel. That's what it is, right? That's what you saying?
For the entanglement, I don't know if I would say August might need some of that, because August, you ain't had to be running your mouth. You keep your mouth quiet. You done
She
embarrassed all
shouldn't
of
have
them.
been doing it in her house with her husband. Just
True.
saying. That's what
Sleeping in the
started it
neighborhood.
all.
True.
Yeah, shouldn't have been doing that.
I don't know. I'm just confused that everybody all of a sudden is bringing up this entanglement when that's not even the newest news. Like, is nobody watching the red table? Is nobody listening to Jada's little slide comments every time you turn around about Will?
Yeah, she not in love with that man.
The entanglement is really old. Let's talk about the new stuff,
But no, people are bringing up the entanglement because August has said something about
he did
them.
go on social
and
media.
they're listing it. They're saying Jada's ex.
Yeah.
Calling the ex. So now he's in the picture. So then you begin to wonder, was that slap? Was that a part of that trash can being full from August?
Does August have any hits right now?
No.
Okay, that's the answer to the question.
Okay, Vanessa said.
August said he ain't been in the news since he came out with the whole story. He's back in the news now because people are saying Jada's ex has said something. They ain't even calling his name. They're saying Jada's ex.
Exactly. So it's right there. There you go. Somebody needed a headline. Somebody been missing for a while. And then now next month, you're going to drop a new track.
And he's going to expect it to blow up. So Vanetta said, many has wondered if Chris will bring it up, being the fact that he has a platform. Well, Jada, she said, Jada, has a platform, Red Table. As Adele has said, now it's your turn to burn. You have a platform, so she should address it on it. Yes, she should. She need to talk about it. Also, what did Chris say about Jada 6 years ago? Remember, Erica, you had that article pulled up.
So during the opening monologue in 2016 at the Academies, he said, Jada got mad, said she's not coming. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
So in other words, he was saying she wasn't invited to the Oscars. That's why she didn't have no reason to boycott anyway, pretty much. So I guess Will was like, you talking out the side of your neck to my wife again. Now
he also, to add on to that, what he said at the Oscars 2016, you get mad. It's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West. This year at the Oscar, things are going to be a little different. So, hey, are you saying it ain't fair that Will got paid $20 million for Wild Wild West and you thought it was trash? Yeah, it's a lot as to why he could have gone on that stage and slapped him and just.
But Erica Jones, I feel you. It's something simple, like I'm pretty sure people have said worse things about them to them. So why do you allow those little things to bother you so much that you jeopardize your livelihood in a sense? I'm pretty sure if somebody would have said something about Beyonce, she'd have laughed it off, and Jay would have probably passed a little eye or two, and that'd have been that,
Oh, they've been laughing stuff off for years. They've been laughing off the Illuminati thing. Laughing off, man, Beyonce even laughed off his affair. She turned that into the whole album.
Right.
A whole visual album.
Yeah.
So Beyonce, she did her thing right. Jada, take a lesson from Beyonce.
She not.
Yeah.
She not.
Yeah. I wonder if Jay-Z is going to say anything to Will, because they had that show together. What was the women's show where they were talking about Emmett Till's mother? They told the story of Emmett Till from her perspective. Will and Jay-Z wrote that together. It's on Hulu. It's really good too.
I don't know. We'll have to check. You have to get that information too.
I can't remember the name of it. But it's really, really good. So I'm wondering if Jay will say something to Will.
Denzel said something, and you remember whenever if you guys watch the clip. Yeah, but if you guys watch the clip while Will was delivering his acceptance speech, Denzel said, "And we still love you, Will."
Oh.
And Will said, "Thank you, D." You remember when he turned around and said, "Thank you, D." He was giving him, I guess they were just trying to make him feel better because he was bawling, crying, as usual. When it comes to that, he's an emotional man.
I'm sure he had a lot of remorse because at the very end of his acceptance speech, he says, "I hope the Academy invites me back."
They're not. He can kiss that by. They're not. Hopefully they let him.
He just better show up to the BET Awards now. Soul Train Awards. You got to go to our awards because we giving you grace. They not going to.
Oh, that's the name of it, Erica Jones, Women of the Movement. Okay.
That's it. Thank you, Erica girl. Jones. Twin name. Thank you, girl. That's it. That thing is good. Will and Jay-Z did that together. Yes. Okay. And it is good.
Watch that.
So yeah, watch it so that he can get some credit on Hulu for it. Cause
they're gonna need them coins. They're gonna need them. Most definitely.
Will, we just gave you a free plug. Hulu, we just gave you a free plug as well. Y'all want to send us some coins?
A little endorsement.
Yes. Yes. Just saying.
Whoopi's on the board of the Oscars and she not having it. Yeah, she not. That's gonna be
Let me go into these comments because I can't see Shayna. Like, it's interesting.
Yeah, Erica, I'm she not having it. That's a wrap for him with that. Well, guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. And we are so grateful that you guys have joined and tuned in with us. And we're going to see y'all 2 Thursdays from now. If Will goes to the BET Awards, he might get slapped for GP. Yeah, that could happen, Erica. They're going to be like, remember, you're at the right place, Will. We're going to give it to you right now.
Y'all give our brother some grace. Y'all give Will some grace, please. Y'all give him some grace because he done been through it. Yeah. So once again, we enjoyed you guys and we hope that you have a great weekend and your week next week is as blessed as this one has been. And girl, I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm gonna drink my tea on that. Good night, y'all.